I'm Saturday hauling for you guys today, and I'm going to go ahead and start off with an order that I placed off of the Jaclyn Cosmetics website. They were doing it was like 30% off plus an additional something. I got a really good deal on a bunch of products that I really wanted to try from the line. And then I also picked up 2 more of her lip liners because I really enjoy the one that I got. So the lip liners are made in Germany, and there's 1.2 grams or 0.042 ounces of product in there. So this is what the packaging looks like. And I am wearing the shade Cupcake on my lips today with, I'm wearing MAC's Achiote lipstick, which came out with the Rosalia collection. That's what I have on with this lip liner from Jaclyn Hill, and it's just a really perfect match. So these are sharpen style pencils, and this is again the shade Cupcake. They glide on really nicely, but they also have a good staying power too. So that's the shade Cupcake. It leans kind of like a warm pink. And then I also got the shade Chai Tea, which is it's a really warm, light nude shade. At first I was nervous it was going to be a little bit too light, but it's still definitive enough for me. And it looks really good with a nice nude lipstick, like something like the Gucci Margaret Candle Flame one, or else I really like it with MAC's Creme de Nude. So that one there is Chai Tea, and there's Cupcake. And then just for reference, I will also swatch the shade that I originally got in Blondie, so you can see them together. I couldn't find a really good swatch of all of the shades together, which is typically how I could tell what kind of shade I like in a range. So that is the shade Blondie right there, which is a little bit more neutral in tone. This one's warmer, and then this one's more pink. And I really do, again, enjoy these lip liners from the brand. And then I got a couple items from her holiday collection. I really wanted to try the Shimmer Top Coats. And I originally thought these were going to be something like the Tarte Chrome paint pots, or like the Victoria Beckham lid lusters, something like that, like a pressed, really super shiny powder product. But these actually have like a cream bit of texture to them. And I only picked up 2 shades, and they are really pretty, but I was hoping again more for a powder style pressed product in these pots, but they're again more of a cream. I got along really well with both of them. I patted them on with a flat shader brush over the primer that I like to use, and they did look pretty. I have a drier lid type, and I didn't have any problems with them creasing or anything like that. And I was going to go in head first too and pick up every single shade, but the reviews were kind of all over the place on these, so I did just go ahead and get the 2. So these here have got a total of 6.5 grams or 0.23 ounces of product, which is a lot of product that you're getting. And these ones here are made in Italy. So this is the box packaging right here. The creaminess factor about them, I don't mind them being a cream type product, but they tend to dry out a lot more than a powder product in a pot like this. So that's the only kind of thing I was thinking of when it was more creamy. But let me swatch the 2 shades that I got. I got North Star. This is the frosted glass packaging right here, and this is a warm it's a warm kind of golden brown with golden shimmers in it. So again, this is North Star, and for whatever reason this one seemed a little less creamy than the other one, which gets me nervous that it again it's going to dry out. I really hope that they don't, but this is the shade North Star. It's got really pretty suspended, very, very fine micro glitters in it. Isn't that pretty though? Very, very shiny. On the Jaclyn website, they were sold out of the really light shade, which I did want, but it's on sale on the Ulta website. And I like these. I do like these products, but I'm not in love with them yet. But I still kind of want to try the lightest shade to see if it's something like one of those special shades from the Pat McGrath that really shiny, or something that compares to the Aether Beauty Pure Diamond Dust or something like that. But the other shade I got is Frozen, and this is a bronzy brown with gold shimmers in it again. And this one's pretty pigmented. I wore it yesterday, tapped over the lid, and it did look really, really pretty on there. But this one, like I said, it feels more pigmented and more creamy than the other shade. So that is Frozen, and that one is North Star right there. And again, these are the Shimmer Top Coats. So they do call them top coats, so you kind of pat them over other shadows. I went straight in over a primer because I feel like they have enough pigmentation to use them by themselves. But so those are the Jaclyn Cosmetics Shimmer Top Coats right there. And then the face palette from the holiday collection also looked really pretty, so I got that. And there's 0.42 ounces of product in here, and this palette is made in Canada. So here is the box packaging right here. And then here is the actual packaging. It's a hard plastic. And there's the back. And then you open it up and there is a mirror in there. So these are like the style of pans where there isn't like a metal pan around it. It's like they're poured right into the little plastic part right there. So you can see there isn't a pan in there. I got along with this pretty well. I like the blush and I do like the highlighters as well. I've got on this really light, it's got just a hint of pink to it. I have that on my cheeks as a highlighter today, but I did use the Colourpop Just a Flush Cheek Palette. This right here is a Super Shock shade, and I used that underneath it. I tapped it on with one of the BK Beauty synthetic brushes, and then I went over it with the Jaclyn highlighter right there, and it's a very poppin' highlight. So I've been getting along with this pretty well. This shade right here is a little bit too deep for me, but I can get a light champagne, which is perfect for me if I mix those two shades. So I can get use out of every shade in here. Then you've got kind of a coral blush in there. I missed a finger there, but it's these guys right here. Oh. So these are like traditional powder style products. And the reason I went in with the Super Shock is because I do have a dryer a bit on the top of my cheeks. And when I wore it yesterday by itself, I was able to get it to adhere and I thought it looked really pretty, but it was quite subtle. And it goes over something a little bit tacky. It goes over it more shiny. So that's why I went in with the Colourpop Super Shock beforehand, and I really like this cheek. So anyway, that is the Winter Sun face palette right there. You can kind of tell that this one's a little bit more subtle than the golden one. And lastly, from Jaclyn Cosmetics, I got one of her Luminous Rouge blushes. So this has got 0.16 ounces of product in there, and this guy right here is made in the USA. So every product so far is made in a different country, which I mean, it's fine by me, but this is the box packaging that it comes in. And I originally wanted to buy all of these, but I had a hunch that these were going to come in this bulky packaging. I thought it was actually going to be in the same size packaging as the little highlighters, which I love. I love this guy. This is the extra loose highlighter. But these are in the big guys. These are like the size of the face powders. They're huge. It's a great big old package. So for reference, that's it next to the highlighter. And this blush is beautiful. This is what I have got on my cheeks today. I wanted a real like blushy look. I put a little bit on my forehead, on the tip of my nose, and also on my chin to kind of look like I just came in from outside, and then I've got that icy highlighter on. That's kind of the look I was going for. This is a beautiful, beautiful blush. It's a luminous, but it's not like noticeably shimmery or anything like that. You can't detect particles of shimmer, but it does have a luminosity to it. And if it wasn't for this packaging, I would pick up every single shade. But this packaging is so big and bulky. It's so pretty that I might pick up one more shade, but like I said, if the packaging was a little bit smaller, I would get every shade because these are really beautiful, and they're very pigmented as well. So I got the shade Love Language, and that is the blush that I have on my cheeks today as well. I do like that they match the J on the covering, which you can see is raised right there to the shade that's inside. So let me set this down here. Give you guys a swatch of her. It's a really, really pretty coral pink shade with a hint of luminosity to it. And it's just beautiful. So that is the shade, what did I say that was called? Love Language right there in the Luminous blush. And these again are a loose powder product as well right there. Yeah, love the product. I'm just not crazy about this packaging, man. So anyway, that's the Love Language Luminous Rouge from Jaclyn Cosmetics right there. And then next up, Sugar Drizzle came out with a new eyeshadow palette, so I did pick this guy up. It's called the Frosty Flamingo. The packaging is super cute. I want to say that Sugar Drizzle shadows, like their really shiny, like multi-chrome, duochrome formulation, is one of my favorite finds of this year. I absolutely adore that formula. Their mattes are pretty nice as well. I've got a combination of this palette and the Colourpop Smoke and Roses on my eyes today. You can see that beautiful little shift there. Oh, that is a shade from this palette. And then also the kind of more punchy purple is from this palette too. And then I use the Smoke and Roses to kind of ground the look. But this guy here, this here, I'm pretty sure that their shadows are made in the PRC and then they're kind of put together in the States. It's hard to kind of find information on that on their website, but I do really love that particular formulation that comes out of the PRC is just beautiful. So I've got, I think I've got all of the Sugar Drizzle palettes. Well, most of them. I've got quite a few of them, and this is a beautiful one as well. So it's a cardboard packaging. It's an indie brand, so it does feel indie in terms of the packaging. There's a mirror in here, and then here are your 9 eyeshadows. So that beautiful, like, it's like a greeny, pinky purple situation that you see on the lid. That is this Pinkaberry shade right here. And then I got a bit of Flamingo Baby on the outer portion. Oh, I hope it's picking up how beautiful it is in real life on camera, because that shadow is just stunning. And I was able to pick it up on a flat shader and go right over primer. It just stuck and it looks so beautiful. I don't have like any fallout or anything like that. So let me give you guys some swatches. There are 3 matte shades in here, which are these 3 across the center. And then for those kind of real sparkly shades, these 3 on the top and then these 2 down here. There's something a little extra special about the Pinkaberry shade, but these other ones are beautiful too. And then you've got kind of a standard shimmer down here in the corner right there. Let me go ahead and give you guys some swatches. And then these next ones. Let me get a little bit, what shade is that? That's that purple. This right here, I did pick up a bit of this in today's look. It's pressed a little hard, that one. But it did go on nice and it blended nice. So, look at this. Pinkaberry. I mean, come on, man. And then this last shade here. Yeah, that is just such a fun palette. I love the name of it. I love the pretty little flamingo that's on the front. Really like it. So that's the Frosty Flamingo from Sugar Drizzle right there. And then from Ulta, I went ahead and picked up the Jaclyn Hill Divine Neutrals and Morphe collaboration palette. I liked the look of this in that it was like a warm yellow-based neutral looking palette, because I really like a yellow-based neutral. I think they're quite flattering. So I got this guy, and there's a total 0.5 ounces of product in here across 12 shades. And the packaging is kind of a lighter cardboard, very Morphe-esque cardboard style packaging. And then you've got 6 matte shades across the top, and then you have 6 kind of metallic shimmers across the bottom, and there's a mirror in there too. So this is what the packaging looks like on there. I think I got a pretty look out of it, but the matte shades, for whatever reason, felt a little bit lighter and a little bit more dusty than some other Morphe shadows. There's some palettes from Morphe that I've really been loving. And these are okay, but they're not, I feel like, again, they're a little bit more dusty than some others. And the shimmers are really pretty. So I will go ahead and swatch this one for you guys. Hopefully you can tell by the swatches whether or not it's something you want to pick up. They almost feel a little bit softer than some other Morphe shadows. But like, for whatever reason, the ones that are pressed a little bit harder and like they don't swatch as good, sometimes I feel like they go on a little bit better than the softer ones. So I don't know what that's about, but here are the first 4 matte shadows right here. And then these 2 shades here. And then we get these ones. And this is a standalone for me. Both of those lighter matte and shimmer that are in there work out for me great. Well, we're getting into the shimmers here. So these 2 are the shimmer shades. And then these ones. Now that I have it like all swatched out, like this. Kind of gives me almost a little bit of Urban Decay honey vibes. Is that just me? A little bit. There's a honey-esque factor to it. And I did get a nice look out of it. I just had to work a little bit more at the matte shades. So that there is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Divine Neutrals. Ooh, eyeshadow palette right there. And then I also picked up the Too Faced Christmas in the City makeup set, which is on sale on Sephora right now, and it's also in stock. And then Sephora is also doing an extra 20% off of sale items, which I believe is good on this set as well. So I tossed the box packaging already, but this set comes with 2 eyeshadow palettes and a blush palette, and then there's also a mini of the Better Than Sex mascara, which I already gave to my mom. My mom gets along with that mascara, and I love the way that makes my lashes look, but that one just flakes on me. It flakes on me pretty bad. So, but let me go ahead and swatch these for you guys. So there is a blush palette in here, and this has got 10 grams or 0.35 ounces of product across 4 blush shades. So each shade is 2.5 grams. And then this is also with the eyeshadow palettes and the blush palette. They're bulk made in the USA and assembled in the Dominican Republic. So it's got a lighter weight kind of cardboard packaging, and it's got really pretty, I think it's really pretty like imagery on it. I think that the imagery that they do on a lot of their holiday collections looks really nice. So this one is the Christmas in Rome, and there's kind of a little theme of Rome on there. And then inside you've got 4, I would call them a satin matte finish blushes. Kind of an orange, a pink, a coral, and then a nude shade right there. So let's go ahead and give you guys some swatches here. I didn't go ahead and pick up the big Too Faced holiday release this year. I still might, because it's on sale, on a pretty good sale on the Too Faced website. But yeah, it's a lot of recycled colors in the palettes, and this blush palette and the eyeshadows. They're very recycled colors from Too Faced. So if you have a lot of Too Faced, you've got these colors a couple times. But it is a really nice set if you don't own a lot of Too Faced, and I feel like the quality on this particular holiday collection is pretty nice. I have had some in the past where the quality wasn't so nice. And then we've got the Christmas in Paris eyeshadow palette. This guy's got a total of 0.36 ounces of shadow, so each one is about 0.03 ounces a piece on there. So there's 12 shades in here. I think there's a decent range of mattes and shimmers, but unfortunately there isn't one light enough for me for like a highlighty type shade again, so I'd bring in something like Pure Diamond Dust from Aether Aether Beauty. But again, the quality on this is pretty good. If you own Too Faced palettes, we've all seen these colors. But I'm gonna swatch them for you guys anyway, so you can see the, you know, pigmentation and the quality hopefully through the lens here. And then these next ones. And then these last 4. Yeah, some of the shimmer metallics are very creamy. And the mattes aren't super dry like some have been in the past. They actually feel quite creamy as well. So there are the swatches for the Christmas in Paris palette right there. And then the other shadow palette is called Christmas in Los Angeles. It's got the little imagery on there, and it's got the Hollywood sign in the back, and the same image in the cover. And this one's a bit warmer, and it's got a pop of teal in there, which, I mean, this color story, how many times have we seen this color story? But again, the quality is pretty nice on this, so especially when you reference it next to some older releases from Too Faced during the holidays. So and these next ones. This one does feel quite dry right here. and then these last 4. So that one is the Christmas in Los Angeles palette that comes in the set right there. So hopefully you can tell by the swatches whether or not it's something you want to pick up. It's, again, it's on sale and you get an extra 20% off on that guy too. And that, again, is called the Christmas in the City makeup set. And then we'll go ahead and get into some Colourpop. I purchased so much Colourpop in the past couple weeks. So we'll start off with the palette that's on my eyes with the Flamingo palette from Drizzle, and that is the Smoke and Roses palette. This is one of their larger, what is it, 6x5, 30 shadow palettes. So there's a total of 33 grams, so each shadow is 1 gram each, which is pretty decent amount of product that you're getting across 30 shades. So their typical cardboard style packaging. This one's got like a matte feel to it, and then there's kind of a flower motif embossed in the packaging there. And this palette is super pretty, you guys. Again, I've got it on my eyes today mixed with that other palette there, and I get along with these shades super pretty. This shade right here really reminds me of Pure Diamond Dust from Aether Beauty. I've got it on the inner corner. But this is just a really beautiful palette. It's got some nice deep shades, mid-tone shades, lighter shades. Let's go ahead and see if I can't swatch 30 shadows down my arm. If we have to use the side of the arm, I guess we will. But I really like this palette a lot. And I just saw in my email that Colourpop is doing, I think it's 25% off the entire website right now. And these next ones. There aren't any Super Shocks or pressed glitters in here either. And these next shades, these are also magnetized in the palette. You like to mix and match, which how much fun to mix and match all of the large 30 pan palettes from Colourpop. I watch Paulina Beauty here on YouTube. I watch her do that with her Colourpops, and she really comes up with some pretty color stories. And then this next row. Gosh, there are just some beautiful shimmers in here, man. Oh. And then these guys. They're really soft too. And these guys. This last row here. These guys. Let me set this down here real quick. We're gonna fit them here somewhere. Not the best swatch there, but that is the Colourpop Smoke and Roses palette right there, and I just think it's beautiful. Really a beautiful one. I also had to get the Colourpop Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer eyeshadow palette. This packaging, the outside packaging that it comes in is just gorgeous. It's so cute. I was actually watching this cartoon the other day. For those who don't know, this is like a 19 what? Is it a 1980s? It is an old cartoon. It's like they made the little guys out of clay to do the cartoon, I'm pretty sure. I hope I'm not totally wrong on that, but I always remember when I was a little kid watching the cartoon, the Yeti, he always scared me, man. But there's the Yeti is inside the little wreath up in the corner there. They might have called him something else, but I call him the Yeti. So this is the packaging. It does have a mirror in it, and look at how cute. So cute. If this isn't a Christmas themed color story, I guess I don't know what is. I just really like the packaging on this too. So this guy here has got a total of 0.37 ounces of product in here across 15 shades, and all Colourpop products are made in the US. This is a standalone for me as well. When I wore this, I put the greens through the crease and blended upwards into the tans, and then I had the reds and then this shimmery shade on the lid. Oh, it was a pretty, pretty look. I was like, I am ready to go to a Christmas party, and I didn't have one to go to. Those are the first four. And then these guys, these are also magnetized. I think the only ones that aren't magnetized are their quads. I thought they were initially, and they're not. They're like fixed in the little acrylic packaging. I also feel like this color story is like a wearable Christmas color story. Like, it's not out of hand or anything like that. It's like an easy wear for Christmas colors. And then these last three here. I really wanted to get the lip duo, the nude lip duo from this collection, but it sold out before I made my order. So, oh, this packaging. It is the cutest. So there is the Colourpop and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer palette. And then I also got the other 4 9-pan NBA collaboration palettes. I love the color stories on all of these, so I'm very glad that I picked them all up. I love that one, what is the Mavericks palette with the blues. Oh, one of my top favorite blue eyeshadow palettes. It's really pretty. So let me go ahead and swatch the other 3. So this is the Los Angeles Lakers. And this has got 9 grams, and this is in the larger pan size, which they have the same amount of product as the smaller ones, like the Smoke and Roses size, but they're more shallow and they're just larger. And then the smaller pans are a little bit deeper. So same amount of product, just a bigger pan. And here's the color story for this one. I really like the inclusion of like this yellow-based brown. When I wore it, it grounded the look really well without having such a stark contrast between yellow and purple. And these guys, they just did them really well, I think. And then this last shade. There's like a little hair flying around. So that is the Los Angeles Lakers palette right there. And then we've got the Chicago Bulls palette. And I'm able to make all of these NBA palettes be standalone palettes. They all work just using the shades in them, which I also really like about all of them. Having a hard time getting this open backwards here so I can hold it. Oh. It's like the piece of cardboard in the center doesn't fit in there properly. Well, we're just gonna go like that. So let's swatch this guy. Again, it's got the inclusion of these 2 shades right here, which really help ground like the blacks and reds, and it turns it into just like a more wearable version, which I really like. And then these next ones. And this last shade. So there is the Colourpop in Chicago Bulls pressed powder palette. I love that color story. It reminds me of the Melt and Beetlejuice palette that came out last year, which I love that palette. So if you're kind of missed out on that one, this color story, it has similar vibes to that one. And then we have got the Miami Heat pressed powder palette right here, which leans warmer than the Chicago Bulls. Give you guys some swatches. Next, guys. And then this last shadow. Each last shadow in all of these palettes has got like a little basketball embossing on it. So there is the Colourpop and Miami Heat palette. And then the last one out of the 6 that are available is the Golden State Warriors. And this is a really, really pretty color story as well. Yellows and blues with the grounding colors in there. Oh, did I show you guys the packaging? So Golden State Warriors here. Can you imagine? I think I said this the last time I talked about the other NBA palettes that I got. What if they did an entire, like, NFL? I would be all over that. Just saying. And then these next ones. This gold is beautiful. As is this blue. Love this sky winkle. I was going to say like a cross between sky blue and periwinkle. It's a sky winkle. And then this last shade is a deep matte blue. I like it. I like sky winkle better. What do you guys think? So there's the Colourpop and Golden State Warriors eyeshadow palette right there. I really just can't get enough of the Colourpop, I'm just telling you. They came out with new quads, a new collection of jewel tone quads, which I got the jewel palette, but I haven't worn that one just yet, so I'll probably swatch that one in next week's video, but that's got some beautiful shades in it as well. I love me some Colourpop. So that's all I've gotten in that I've purchased. I have got a lot of stuff stuck in the post, like USPS is the main offender. It's just like sitting places, and I'm like, you've been here for days. Why aren't you leaving the facility? Anyway, I did get in some really awesome PR products. I was so excited to get in this from BK Beauty. So I had mentioned when they had sent me over their really cute travel brush set, how I had my eye on the Angie from Hot and Flashy collaboration with BK Beauty. And here they reached out to me and they sent it to me. I was just like, be still my heart. Like, so nice. Very, very nice of them, because I really like the shapes of the brushes in here, and I've actually been using all of these brushes since I've gotten them, and the quality of these synthetics is very, very nice. Like, from the handle, they've got a nice weight to them, and the lacquer on them is nice, but also for a really soft synthetic brush, I know I've said this a couple times, they're textured to the end of the bristle, so it picks up product really well like that. Some synthetics are smooth all the way to the tip. That makes it harder for me to pick up, like, pressed products especially, and if the products are pressed a little bit harder than others, those really soft all the way to the end of the bristle synthetics will create hard pan over the top. So I love that these have got that textured bristle on the end, and a huge thank you to BK Beauty for sending these over, and a huge congratulations to Angie from Hot and Flashy for this collaboration. I think it's sold out twice, but last time I checked, this was in stock on the BK Beauty website. So this is the card that came in the box. So here are the 6 brushes that come in the collection. I know a lot of people have their eyeball on, including me, this A506 brush, which is a slanted kind of brush. People have been using it for concealer. These just do a blend out really well. How I have been using it is with the Colourpop Super Shock highlighters, because those do have like a creamy texture to them. So this picks it up pretty well, and then I just buff it over the top of my cheeks. And so I did that today, and I've been using it with those Super Shock highlighters frequently is how I've been using this guy right here. So that's the A506 brush. And then there is a blush brush, but it also, I think you can use it for bronzer, or also because of the shape, you could also set your face with it, or even use it for finishing powder. It's kind of a multi-purpose one, but upon first glance, it's a larger blush brush. So this is the A507 right here. So you can see I've been using it for blush. The bristles on this one are pretty densely packed. So if you're going in with a really pigmented blush, I'd use a light hand, because again, this is a more dense brush, but it's very, very soft, and it buffs out the product really well. I actually went in with the Patrick Ta blush palette and used it like that, and that's a pigmented blush palette. Like this is how I picked up the product, like literally, and that was enough for both cheeks. So this one here is the A507 right there. And then we've got the A505, and I've been kind of doing a little bit of a cut crease every now and again with some shades that have a little bit of fallout to them. I'm trying to think of, the Give Me Glow shadows that have the really, really fine micro glitters in them, so that I didn't end up blending my crease color with those to get extra fallout. So I had been saving that towards the end, then going back in with my CoverGirl concealer with this brush to kind of cut the crease out, and then pack on the Give Me Glow with the micro glitters, and it just adheres better, and then I'm not blending in that area to possibly catch some of that glitter, if that makes any sense. And this works out great for that, for applying product. It also worked probably really good to apply like cream shadows and then blend it out with your finger and stuff. So that is the A505. It's a pinched paddle style brush. And then we have got the A501, which is a pinched, fluffier blender brush. I've been using this to buff out highlight underneath the brow. The A501 right there. And then we have got the 3 circular all the way around domed blending brushes. And I definitely wouldn't mind having a couple, especially of this little guy. I love to use this one right here to really precision blend and place product to get the nice gradient. And that's the A504 brush. That's the littlest one out of the bunch. Again, these are all circular domed blending brushes. So that's the A504 right there. And then we've got the largest one out of the bunch. This is the A503. This actually works good too if you wanted a more of a wash blend. This works really well for that. And then the mid-size blender is the A502, which is great at diffusing as well. So these are the 3 blenders in the set, and I really like them a lot. And just like a super absolute huge thank you to BK Beauty for sending these over. I just am so appreciative. I love them. I also got a PR package from Pixi, and I was so thankful for this because this is one of my staple products in my skincare routine. I use it morning and night. They sent me over the great big bottle of the Glow Tonic, which has got my name on it as well. So I've gone through, I think, 3 of these larger great big bottles like this, and several of the middies and the like middle size and the smaller size, and then I also use them in the toning pads as well. Those are pretty convenient. But this is the package that it came in. I was just so happy to get this because I hadn't had one, I think, since last year, and I used my other one up with my name on it. So it's a 500 milliliter 17 fluid ounce tub jug. It's a jug of the toner, and then it's got a pump as well. So I just take a cotton, and I think I put 2 or 3 pumps on a cotton, and then tone my face with it. It is the first step after I wash my face morning and night that I use this product as a toning product. There are other toners that you guys have heard me reference that I like to kind of splash pat over this as well, just for an extra salicylic acid, because this is a glycolic based toner, and I love what salicylic does to the skin, so I kind of do that as well with other toners, but this is just such a staple for me. So huge thank you to Pixi for sending this over. I love the product. And lastly, Saturday Skin sent me over another PR package, and this is the Best Ever Besties box. So there's actually 2 products and 2 sets of each product. And my mom absolutely loves the 10% glycolic toner. I had one that I was using, and then they had sent me another one, and I gave her that to use, and she loves it. I have to be a little bit careful with that one. The Pixi is a 5% glycolic, so I can use this one maybe once or twice a week, and I have to space out the days if I use it because it is a 10% glycolic. My mom's skin can just really handle some intense acids. Mine cannot. But I do like to use this for a good resurface, but I can't use it every day. This is what was in the box right here. And there's this cute little pinky promise. I promise to wear this and remember how lucky I am to have you. And I actually am going to give the other one to my mom. They're little bracelets with hearts on there, and they're by the brand, must be Pinky Promise, I'm guessing. So here's the Pore Clarifying Toner. It's a 125 milliliter bottle, or 4.22 fluid ounces. Oh gosh, it's really kind of washed out because it's a really light packaging. It comes in a jar, a glass frosted jar, and then you just put some like this on a cotton. So if I were to use this, I would not use the Pixi. If I used it at night, I wouldn't use the Pixi at night as well with this product because that's just a little bit too glycolic than my skin can handle. But I like that this gives an extra boosted exfoliation. The Pixi's an everyday for me. This one's like I said, a once or twice a week deal, but it is a really nice product, and my mom loves this stuff. So as my bestie, she's getting a set of these products because they sent them in sets, and it's the besties. So this other product is the Pore Active Treatment, and I have not seen this product from Saturday Skin yet. I haven't braved and used it yet either. So I think it's been a while since I've used a more harsh toner situation. So I think tonight I'm going to tone. I'm going to do it. I'm going to tone with the Saturday Skin Glycolic 10%, and then I'm going to use this serum over the top and then load up with some moisturizer and see how I end up in the morning. I'm going to try that out and see how it goes. So this is a 1.69 fluid ounce bottle with a dropper. I'll just show you guys what it looks like. It's also in a frosted glass packaging. It's a pretty liquid product. You can see it kind of shaking around in there. It's not like a gel or anything. It's pretty liquid. So I'll just read what it says on here too. It says apply serum 3 to 5 times a week, avoiding the eye area. And it says refine and treat. This supercharged and lightweight serum works to visibly refine skin with 4% glycolic acid and the Pore Care Complex. Who doesn't want to shrink their pores, right? Combined with niacinamide and other potent ingredients, this serum is a complete and targeted approach to improve and balance the appearance of skin tone and texture. Well, I like the sounds of that. And Saturday Skin is a Korean brand as well, and I love Korean skincare. So I've really fallen in love with a couple of the Saturday Skin products. I love that vitamin C eye cream. I love their, I think I mentioned this last week too. I'm having a little deja vu here. The Carrot Moisturizer. That's nice too. So I think I'm going to be brave tonight and get down with the acid, see how it goes. So a huge thank you to Saturday Skin for sending this over. Mom appreciates it as well. So that's everything for my haul today. I really want to wish you guys a safe and happy holiday season. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye.